Canada's history is a fascinating tapestry of resilience, adaptation, and transformation, shaped by Indigenous cultures, European colonization, and the evolution of a modern nation. Long before European settlers arrived, the land we now call Canada was home to diverse Indigenous peoples who thrived in complex societies with their own languages, traditions, and systems of governance. Their stewardship of the land laid the foundation for the country's rich natural and cultural heritage. The arrival of European settlers in the late 15th and 16th centuries, starting with French and British explorers, marked the beginning of a new chapter. France established colonies in what became New France, while Britain gradually gained control over large portions of the territory. The 7 Years' War, 1756-1763, was a turning point, leading to British dominance in the region. The coexistence and conflict between French and British settlers shaped Canada's unique dual linguistic and cultural identity, which persists to this day. The road to nationhood began in earnest in the mid-19th century. The signing of the Confederation on July 1, 1867, brought together the provinces of Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia into a single self-governing dominion under the British Crown. Over time, additional provinces and territories joined, creating the Canada we know today. Canada is celebrated as a beacon of multiculturalism, democracy, and inclusivity. Canada's history is not without challenges. A significant aspect of Canada's history and identity is its relationship with the United States. Sharing the world's longest unguarded border, Canada and the U.S. have developed one of the most robust partnerships in modern history. This relationship is defined by deep economic, political, and cultural ties that influence both nations profoundly. Canada is one of the United States' largest trading partners, with goods and services flowing freely across the border, benefiting industries on both sides. Politically, the two nations often align on global issues, working together to address challenges such as international security, human rights, and climate change. Their collaboration on global peacekeeping missions and their shared membership in organizations like NATO and the G7 reinforce their influence on the world stage. During the Iran hostage crisis of 1979-1980, Canada played a pivotal role in rescuing 6 American diplomats who were trapped in Tehran. Known as the Canadian Caper, the covert operation involved Canadian diplomats sheltering the Americans and providing them with Canadian passports to escape the country. This act of bravery and solidarity became a defining moment in U.S.-Canada relations, showcasing Canada's willingness to stand by its neighbor in times of need. In both World Wars, Canada contributed significantly to Allied efforts, indirectly helping the United States even before it formally entered the conflicts. During World War II, Canada hosted the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan, training thousands of pilots, including many Americans, on its soil. Canadian forces also fought alongside American troops in key battles, strengthening the military partnership between the two nations. Post 9/11, Canada was one of the first countries to provide support to the U.S. Thousands of stranded passengers were welcomed in Canadian towns, particularly Gander, Newfoundland, when flights were grounded across North America. Canada also supported the United States in its mission to combat global terrorism, contributing troops to Afghanistan and sharing critical intelligence. However, the relationship has not always been without challenges. Trade disputes occasionally arise, particularly in sectors like lumber, steel, and dairy. Environmental policies have also been a point of contention, with disagreements over pipelines, carbon emissions, and energy strategies. Border security, especially post 9/11, has introduced new complexities to a historically open and cooperative frontier. Despite these challenges, the shared values of freedom, democracy, and human rights underpin the bond between Canada and the United States, ensuring that the partnership remains resilient. As both nations face pressing global issues like climate change, cybersecurity, and economic innovation, their collaboration becomes even more critical. Understanding the rich and complex history of Canada, including its ties with the United States, is crucial for appreciating its role on the global stage. These intertwined histories have shaped not just North America, but also the broader international landscape. As Canada continues to evolve, its partnership with the U.S. remains a vital force, promising a future defined by collaboration, innovation, and shared progress.